How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Crystalline, where it feels like it's been a while, but we're back in it. We went through, we found the Cloaked Brotherhood, we kind of brutally went through their base, knocking people down and out, and it implies that we are, like, killing people, but not quite showing it, so I don't know if they're just kind of going for the more PG feel, or if we're just really good at, like, hitting with the blunt sides of the blades, you know? I mean, we are using swords, so I'm sure we murdered a lot of people, but hey, they were criminals, right? Had to be right. Real quick before we jump further in, I just want to let you guys know that we're having an interesting thing going on this week, probably for another week as well. And I want to do a formal video talking about this a little bit, but I am updating my channel art. I've got a lot of fun ideas for what I want to do, but I kind of need a little bit of your help because there's some decisions that I'm really torn on that I think they're just like there's equal value to them, or I think they're all great ideas. And so it's kind of fun for me to be able to kind of poll the people who are watching my videos. I'd love to ask you a few questions. So the link of the survey is in the description. It's right in the top. You should be able to click to it on your phone or whatever. And honestly, it'll take like 30 seconds. It's like 5 questions. At the very bottom, there's 2 questions that are like fill in the blank, but you don't have to answer those. However, if you or someone you know is an artist who like is talented and like who wants to take a commission, I'm looking for somebody to do the art on the channel. I would like to hopefully find somebody either in the community or somebody that the community knows, because that way I feel like we're working kind of together on this project. Like that's kind of why I wanted to bring the opinions to you guys, because like there's so many directions I could take the art, and I would be happy with any of them. So I just want to hear what you think about it, and like if I can support you or someone you know and care about, by all means. And also, it doesn't even have to be someone you directly know. You could even reference us an artist that you find does really good work and is doing commissions at the moment. Yeah, you can just leave that in there for me, like some link to their gallery so I can take a peek at it. And I'd love to hear back from you on that. So please, once again, click the survey in the description. It's be really fast and easy. It'd mean a lot to me if you could take that time. But don't feel obligated to. Alright, anyway, back to Crystalline. So, once again, Cloaked Brotherhood. We kind of had the camp. We had some touchy-feely moments. So, as far as I'm aware, Protag and Liana are officially kind of a thing now. Though I don't know at what point we are, like, telling everyone else about it. Things got a little hectic when we got back to the camp. But we also saw the beginning rumblings, if not the official kickoff, of Kara and Zach being a thing. So, I mean, I guess that makes things a little less awkward. I'm sure it'll be kind of awkward. And then Amelia is Amelia. While she's awesome and a wonderful person, I have a feeling she just will not care because she seems very passive about these types of things. So, I mean, assuming we aren't followed, are not going to be pursued by people who are, like, angry that we struck out at the Cloaked Brotherhood, I wonder what we're going to be bringing on for our next challenge. Probably just moving straight along to the next temple. Now, I was bemoaning last time how I was hoping that the whole resolution with Cloaked Brotherhood wouldn't be wrapped up too quickly. Last episode was decent. I think it could have been more drawn out, and it could have felt a lot more, like, risky, but it did have an element of danger to it that I really appreciated. I also really liked the flushed out story of Zach's background, of, like, what led him to the Cloaked Brotherhood, and, like, the betrayal of his friend. I do wonder if it would be interesting to see if, like, at a later time, if something that we do that might be perceived as a betrayal on his part could cause friction in the group. Because so far he really supports us because we've kind of had his back. So, but I also feel like we have a setup for him to be tested on his feelings of loyalty and trust to those he considers his friends, considering what happened last time. So, I guess we'll have to find out. But anyway, let's jump right in and just enjoy this lovely episode. I'm sure it's going to be fun. I'm sure this is going to be a lot more about the good feelings and emotions and relationship stuff. So, what the fetch? Oh no! It had a critical failure. Guess we'll reboot the game and try again. Alright, we're back. I'm not going to take too long this time because I've noticed that if I sit here on a blank screen for too long, for some reason the game just doesn't like it and it tends to crash. And I don't know why. I've been worried it's going to cause problems, especially because in the past... Okay, sorry, I was just testing something. In the past, I have had issues with audio capture for this game. This game, obviously, it has some bugs. I'm guessing it's because the developers, I think they built a lot of this from the ground up, and so it's going to have its flaws. Hopefully, in later titles, they can fix a lot of it, because, like, Ace Academy, if I'm honest, it felt a little bit more put together than this one does. But it also could be the engine of like the animations. That could be a big part of it. But anyway, let's jump in before we have another crash. So, a flock of birds shooting across the sky wakes me up. I blink, then yawn, stretching my arms high above my head. I feel like I've gotten a decent amount of sleep. I would not be able to sleep. I'd be so terrified that one crazy person that was just happened not to be at the base would just come after us.
Ha!
Oh, hello. I frown. Was that Liana just now? Her voice is really faint. I hear a roar of wind, not a flock of birds shoot up into the sky in the distance. Oh, okay. So, she's probably just training. I look around and realize Liana's nowhere in sight. The others are still sleeping soundly. I kick off my bedroll and scramble for my sword, rushing out to meet her in the field. By the time I get there, Liana smiles, seemingly satisfied, and she sheathes her sword. Hey! She jumps.
Oh!
She turns around.
Good morning.
Yeah, that's right. We really haven't had a chance to really talk since then. Oh boy. Yeah, come on, let's not make it awkward. Let's just be ourselves. I mean, yeah. She stiffens, blushing, her eyes squeezed shut.
I mean, good morning.
Yeah, sure. Good morning. Liana shifts from side to side, her whole body seeming strained and tight. Relax, girl, come on. Why is she suddenly so awkward around me? Are you ready for practice?
Right. About that.
What? She glances away as if she's suddenly fascinated with something on the ground. Oh.
I actually just finished.
Alright, Liana, you're sending some mixed messages. I blink in surprise. Really? She nods, scratching the back of her neck.
Yep.
But we always spar together. Liana's cheeks flush, but she holds her smile.
Yeah, but you just seemed like you could use the rest. I didn't want to wake you.
Funny how you decided things for us. It's not a great thing to be doing. I think there's more to it, obviously. I mean, it's obvious there's more to it, but... Oh. I nod, but Liana's voice sounds a little too chipper. Can't help but feel like there's more to it. Is she avoiding me? My stomach squirms at the thought. Liana shifts uncomfortably. The silence stretches on, making the air thick with tension. Things have been so crazy that we never had a chance to talk about the kiss. The morning is the first time things have started to feel more normal, and it's clear we have some unresolved feelings. Maybe that kiss was just on a whim? Maybe she didn't want to pursue anything further? I guess there's no point staying out here. We head back to camp and find the rest of the team to be awake. Oh, God, really? Oh, that's really awkward. We didn't even say anything. We just kind of just wandered back. Oh, that's stupid.
Greetings. Did you enjoy your practice?
Yes, it was good. How did you sleep?
Speak for yourself.
Quite sufficiently.
I don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm not always the most forward of people. And relationships, I don't know. But I wouldn't just let this stand. I don't know. I would be like, look, I'd at least touch base to be like, look, if you're really embarrassed and if you want me to forget what happened, I can forget what happened, but I need something. Please. I need to know what you want me to do. It'd be so frustrating. She turns to me.
A significant amount of time has passed since you last attempted to open a temporal rift. Since you've absorbed more energy, perhaps now would be a good time to attempt it again.
Alright, Well, that's another cog into the mess, isn't it? What, you want to do that now? Maybe blinks.
Yes, we have resolved our mission with the Cloaked Brotherhood, and we are refocused on our search for the temples. It would be an ideal time to try again.
Ooh, I wonder if we're actually going to start having the protagonist feeling like how I've been feeling for a few episodes now. I'd be like, why would he be so eager to go back? I remember my last attempt and wince. Wasn't that a bit of a disaster last time? Amelia shakes her head.
The ability to open the rift is there. I believe if you focus, the cast may be more refined.
Alright. Liana looks worried, but she doesn't say anything. I'm curious, but I decide not to ask questions. I focus on stilling my mind instead. Wait. Shouldn't we get away from camp and let Kara and Zach have an opportunity to run? For once, I don't need Liana or Amelia to guide me through what to do. I close my eyes, taking in slow, deep breaths. Gathering the energy within, I shoot it down my arm and try and visualize the rift. I'm taken off guard by how fast the energy shoots down my arms this time. I open my eyes. The wind roars and flares up around us. Amy and Liana are speaking, but I can't hear them over the wind pounding in my ears. Her heart automatically leaps at how strong the magic is, but I quickly shoved the anxiety back down. I can do this. I grit my teeth. It's an effort to extend my hand against the gale. The storm whips around even stronger. The trees groan and sway, and then nothing. Nothing happens except for this fierce, biting wind. I hold on a little longer, see if anything changes, but it doesn't. The weight of the magic feels like it's settling deep into my bones, making my arm as heavy as a stone. Exhaustion ripples through me, and my arm slaps down. The storm ceases. Liana breathes out a sigh and smiles.
Thank goodness.
Was she worried that we were going to open the rift and disappear? She seemed more relieved than necessary. Was she concerned about me casting her something else? I can't tell.
This is extremely curious.
I jerk my head up. Amelia's face is a blank sheet. She taps her chin.
It seems you are still a complete failure.
Wow, you have a way with words. Liana's jaw drops.
Amelia!
As you are able to summon more energy than before, I have come to the conclusion that you will not be able to cast a rift until you've absorbed even more energy.
I nod, disappointment curling in my gut. I was hoping to get a step closer to home. I feel like I'm making no progress with these rifts at all.
However, your cast was exponentially more powerful than before. Your ability to manipulate energy is increasing at an unprecedented speed.
Yeah, on one hand, I could be making people a little nervous because I kind of feel like we're making into a super villain, you know? Like, I mean, we happen to be kind of a nice person, but we're quickly eclipsing, like, the levels of magic that's probably reasonable. That's a good thing, I think. Amelia nods. I just have to keep trying until I get it. Should we start heading to the water temple then?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Kara. We jump and whirl around. Stop sneaking up on us. Kara stifles a laugh. She seems to be back to her usual self again. I'm glad, but I still wish she'd stop surprising me all the time.
Which way are we going?
We should begin journeying towards the coast. As I am not positive on the temple's exact location, I do believe it will be near a large body of water.
I mean, that's pretty logical considering the patterns.
Costa Coral is a coastal city which best matches the description of where the temple may be located.
Costa Coral. Kara grins.
It sounds like we'll have to pass through Ilumia to reach Costa Coral anyway. We should make a stop there.
What's in Ilumia? Amelia's brows crinkled together.
Is there not another way we could travel? I have already mapped out a course which would circumvent the academy.
Oh wait, well that was the main Capitol building, wasn't it? Kara raises a brow. She takes a look at Amy's makeshift map.
This would take us very out of the way. It'll add on at least another week or two of travel.
Nana places a hand on Amy's shoulder.
It'll be alright. This may be a good opportunity for you to confront your professors.
Amelia's frown deepens. She seems to be lost in thought. Leanna's smile softens.
It'll be okay. Really.
I hope so. They better not make her not come with us.
Boy.
Aw, hey Pongo. You at least make sense. The Pango bounces at Amy's feet and flashes her an encouraging grin. Amy still looks a bit worried, but after a moment she nods.
Thank you. Perhaps their feelings towards my field study will be swayed if I show them all the information I have gathered on our journey hence far.
I think so. Kara ruffles Amelia's hair.
They would be crazy not to, Amy.
Yeah, we'll punch him in the face if we have to. Amelia blushes. She clears her throat.
Thank you. Let us find Zack and be on our way.
Wait, he's not here. After we find Zack, we clean up the campsite, we gather our supplies, and start again on our journey. We walk across a rolling grassy hills until we find ourselves back on the path toward Ilumia. Kara and Zack lead the way. Notice Zack's walking a little closer to Kara than usual, but he keeps his arms crossed. Each time she catches him staring, her smirk grows more and more evident. Oh, jeez. Are those two together now? Yeah, think. Thinking about Zack and Kara suddenly has me wondering about Leanna and me. What are we? Are we a couple? Or was Leanna just caught up in the moment? Suddenly I remember that kiss again. My face goes hot. My gaze snaps to Leanna's hand dangling at her side. It looks so small and delicate. I don't know. Considering how blatantly awkward and, like, kind of push-offish she's been, I'm not sure if we should take the plunge. Let's wait it out and, like, have an actual conversation with her. Her heart rate picks up. Reaching out to grab someone's hand is way less nerve-wracking than leaning in for a kiss, right? Besides, she made the first move in the Wind Temple, so now it's my turn. Ooh. Be confident, you fool! I don't know. Okay, so this is what I would be screaming in my head, but this is the result of said screaming, so I'm gonna go with the top option. Don't hesitate, but I can't seem to move. My arms feel like they're frozen to my sides as their fear is climbing up my body and gripping my chest. What if it was all a mistake? What if it's a dream? I'll never know if I don't try. With a deep breath, I gather up my courage and reach for Leanna's hand. Leanna flinches. She glances at her clasped hands as her cheeks turn as red as poppies. Oh, fetch. So we actually... Okay, good. So that's where we were going to grab something else. Hey, it works. She looks back to the ground, probably to make sure no one's watching. When it's clear no one's paying attention, she looks at me with a soft smile and gives my hand a slight squeeze. Oh, thank goodness. There's a better way there's no better way to make you feel invested in a relationship like this one, which is obviously like animated and pre-recorded and all that stuff. But the thing is, like, it feels real in the moment because we're experiencing a story and it's part of the adventure. But that's actually brilliant writing now that I think about it, of like having that unsurety and like the really feel like the risk of like there might be something wrong. Like it would almost be a little too like easy to get used to this idea if it was just like, oh yeah, we're now a couple now and everything's going perfectly. But having this tense moment of like it just makes it feel so human because that's absolutely what you think in your own head. Aww. Her fingers are soft and her hand feels surprisingly small, practically swallowed by my own man hands.
Hey, Leanna, do you remember where we...
Kara turns around and stops, raises her eyebrows.
Oh.
Oh, fetch! Leanna squeaks, her face burning scarlet, she drops my hand. A slow smile slides across Kara's face.
Oh dear. I'm so sorry. Am I interrupting something?
Oh no. This is gonna be fun.
Of course not.
Zach and Amy stop, they turn to see what all the question's about. Keep walking!
What's going on?
Nothing. Kara pins us with a knowing stare. Her eyes shimmer with something playful and mischievous of all the people. Crap, she's definitely going to call us out. No, she's not actually. I don't think she is. 2 reasons. Number 1, she's very tactful. But number 2, absolutely planning to use this as blackmail material until Leanna's more like... And until Leanna feels more comfortable, she's totally going to use this against her.
Oh, nothing.
She spins around on her heel.
I didn't see anything.
Zach arches an eyebrow.
Really?
Well, actually, there was this really beautiful flower, and I thought it'd be very nice if someone picked it for me.
Oh, she's so smooth. She's so smooth.
Never mind.
Kara links her arms through Zach's and stops asking questions. She leads him ahead with Amelia trailing behind. Oh man, she's a good wingman. Kara continues to flirt with Zach the entire way while he pretends not to be interested. Leanna and I chat quietly on the way there to kill time, but Amelia barely says more than a few words. She's been unnaturally silent for most of this journey. The Pongo falls asleep in my scarf while Kara leans into Zach. I can see the top of the Ilumia's building, speaking of... Oh, fetch! We can't have been that close. I guess we're just skipping time here, because there's no way we're that close. We took a freaking train to get out here to begin with. So Ilumia's being peeking up from my hill. As we start to get closer, the bustling of the city becomes louder and louder. There we are. We begin to recognize the stone buildings and intricate crystal lamps. Sorry, excuse me. Kara grins.
Looks like we finally made it.
Yeah, I know. Amelia lets out a soft sigh.
Indeed. It appears so.
The city seems ever more crowded than the last time we were here. Maybe it has to do with the time of day. So, are we just going to pass through here, or are we making a stop?
Well, I have a few things I want to take care of while we're here.
Okay.
Same here. I'd like to check in with some people.
Amy is silent. Yeah. Leanna sends her a sympathetic glance, patting her on the arm.
Just remember, everything's gonna turn out fine.
Yeah, we'll rescue you if we need to. Amelia doesn't look too convinced, but she nods.
Perhaps it would be best to meet at the inn when all of our matters are accomplished?
Yep.
Then it's settled. We'll meet back up at the inn in the evening.
Sounds good. But then now the group splits up, goes their separate ways. And once again, what are we supposed to want to do? Well, honestly, first thing I think we need to do is we need to follow Amelia, because I think she needs some support. Amy's going to be the Mage Academy. I think she could use some moral support. I retrace my steps to the academy and spot Amelia along the way. Hey! Amy shuffles to a stop. Surprise flickers across her face.
Oh.
She blinks.
Hello.
She barely seems to register I'm there. Her mind is clearly somewhere else. She must be really worried about facing the academy today. I doubt a pep talk will do much, but I think I'd rather give her a pep talk than nothing. Hey, it's gonna be okay. They might be angry first, but you're a lot more capable than when they give you credit for. I'll have no choice but to see that. Amelia blinks.
Your confidence does provide some solace to my distress.
Aw, yay. Of course, they can't possibly stay mad when they realize how much this adventure's benefited your studies. She pauses, mulling over my words. She's so quiet that at first I'm not sure if I have convinced her, but eventually she nods and a familiar spark finally returns to her eyes. Why can't we just present ourselves? Be like, oh, like, scan my body. Look at the immense power.
I find your evaluation reassuring. I hope you are correct in that assessment.
Also, too, I really don't want to have to rescue you from the academy. That would be very much of a big hassle and a political problem. So, got any ideas about how you're going to convince them?
I do. I plan to show them all the research I've gathered on our journey hence far.
That's cool. What kind of research?
A continuation of Eldorissim's research into the temples of the ancients. I also have extensive notes on your impressive and accelerated mastery of casting and fighting.
Fighting being found in there too. Interesting. Wait, what?
Of course. Those findings I will not be sharing with the Academy at this time.
Oh, that's actually appreciated. Let out a breath I hadn't realized I've been holding. Oh, good. She cocks her head to the side as she examines me.
Your bewilderment just now was unexpected.
To be fair, he should have seen this coming. Sorry, I was just worried you were going to tell them about me and that they'll find out I'm from another world. But I'm glad you're leaving that out.
I believed it to be quite obvious that I would not be providing that information.
Fair. I smiled at Amy, showing my gratitude. She may be robotic at times, but she really does care about her friends. Thanks, Amy. That's so nice of you. She blinks.
After all, it is irrelevant for my report.
Oh, okay. Oh. Amelia turns and starts walking away. Hey, wait! Follow her through the Academy's wrought iron and gates into the familiar grassy square. Hello. There are a few students out here today, and there are fewer students out here today than when I was with Leanna. Maybe most of them were in class. The few students in red and blue cloaks glance curiously at us as we pass. In fact, I receive a few more curious looks. Why are they staring at us? Amy doesn't bat an eye.
Their stares are directed at you. As you are not a student, they are merely curious as to the reason for your visit.
Ah. Oh, I thought maybe they knew about you or something.
I am just one student out of many.
You're pretty phenomenal, apparently, though. She makes a fair point. I don't know what the student... I didn't know most of the students back at my university either.
Come, we should go this way.
Alright. We enter the castle. Amelia leads me up the spiral staircase. Our footsteps echo across the stones we travel in silence. Amelia's expression is impossible to read. I'm not sure if that's a good sign or not. Well, for Amelia, it's whatever. She leads me into an open room. Oh yes, I remember this. Looks like a library or study hall. A few students peek around their books and get a glance at us. They return to whatever they were doing. We push through the back of the room into a small office where a woman wearing a flowing black robe sits at a desk. Her long teal hair is still thick, but her amber eyes are creased with fine wrinkles exposing her age.
Professor Odessa.
Odessa. She looks up at us, then lowers her quill and purses her lips into a fine line.
Amelia?
Oh, is she one of those heroes too? Oh, fetch. Ah, remember, I'm pretty sure she is. What was she? Not the archer. She was in the bottom left. Oh, she like the ranger, like the one that had all the the animal familiar and stuff. Maybe earth magic based, I think. Amy remains silent. The professor's gaze slides to me. She raises a brow.
Oh, you've brought a friend.
Yes. He is one of my travel companions.
Yes.
I see.
She folds her hands together.
I'm sure I don't have to explain to you what must happen now that you've returned.
Nothing. She's coming with us.
I am well aware of the consequences of my actions.
Professor Odessa nods and pushes herself to her feet.
Then you know that I must alert the council of your return.
Amelia nods, and Professor Odessa's expression softens. She places a comforting hand on Amy's shoulder.
It is good to see you again.
Thank you, Professor.
Let's go then. The council is very upset with you, with good reason. But I'll make sure you have a chance to speak and explain yourself.
Again, Amelia nods.
The sentiment is much appreciated.
Oh, Professor Odessa hesitates as her gaze lands on me again.
As I mentioned, he has accompanied me on my travels. I would wish to have him present should the council have any questions about my whereabouts or research.
Wow, thank you, Amy.
Very well.
I sit quiet as I follow the two of them through the academy. I feel very out of place, but want to remain supportive of Amy. Eventually, we pause in front of a set of double doors. Professor Odessa pushes the doors open, they creak resoundingly. A group of robed professors sit around a large table. Their chatter ceases when we enter, and all their eyes turn to us. Yeah, I'm really glad we came here with her. I mean, could you imagine, like, having to do this by herself?
Professors?
They nod in greeting. Professor Odessa steps aside and reveals Amelia.
I call upon the council to hear the case of Amelia Estelle.
She takes a seat amongst the professors while Amy steps up.
Greetings, professors.
Their faces are stern.
Amelia Estelle, you left the academy against the will of your professors with no indication of your whereabouts.
I indicated my location within the message I left behind.
He glowers at her.
Yes, in Ember Mist, a fictional city.
With all due respect, Professor, Ember Mist is a very real location.
Another professor chimes in.
Amelia, please take the council seriously. The consequences of your actions could be quite severe.
How severe exactly are these consequences? Could you get expelled?
The only permissive reason for prematurely departing the academy is if on a sanctioned field study.
Off my finger, sorry.
I was on a sanctioned field study.
Sanctioned by the academy.
I understand, Professor. But if I may ask, what more could I have done to be granted a field study by the academy? My numerous attempts to acquire one has unequivocally been denied without a clear explanation.
Excellent. Good. I'm glad we're getting to the core of it. The professors glance at each other.
Any declinations of field studies would be due to a poor fit between student and study.
Amelia frowns.
Can you please elaborate as to how I am a poor fit? I have proven myself a sufficient mage caster in my classes. I have completed all prerequisites necessary to obtain a field study without fail. As such, I am one of the most ideal candidates for a field study.
Your maturity level and ability to communicate with your peers is lacking. Your premature departure from the academy is a prime example of your immaturity.
Well, you guys literally crowbarred her into that decision.
I do apologize for my actions, and I recognize that my method in obtaining my field study were unorthodox. However, my research from the study has been most enlightening. I am confident should you hear what I have to say, you will be in agreement.
Amelia, I don't know what sort of situation you've gotten yourself involved in, but I can assure you it is not a field study.
Amy opens her mouth to retort, but the professor holds up a hand, stopping her. This isn't looking good. Maybe I should step in. No, yeah. The nice thing here, we are not a part of the Mage Academy. We can be rude, and they won't blame her for it. You guys get her out? I think you'd be surprised. The professors seem to see me for the first time. They glare at me.
Young man, this is private academy business. You shouldn't be allowed to.
Professors, he is one of my associates who has accompanied me on my field study. I would request that he would be allowed to remain.
I, for one, would like to hear what Amelia has to say.
Yes. The professors quiet down as Professor Odessa fixes them with stern looks. She then gestures to Amy to continue. Amy nods as she gathers her thoughts. The tension of her body relaxes slightly, and she stands taller. She glances at me, and I flash her a grin. She's got this. Got this.
On my journey, I have come across substantial information about temples of the ancients.
Professor Odessa's brows shoot up.
An interesting and unusual subject.
Amelia nods. She digs into her bag and pulls out several scrolls. She rolls them out across the table, revealing notes, symbols, and elaborate sketches. I crane my neck to get a better look. I knew Amy had been keeping detailed notes, but the amount of detail is still very impressive. The professors gather in a circle and lean over the table to examine it.
As you can see from my findings, using previous notes from Eldorism, I have successfully accessed the temples which were forgotten by society. Each one has high concentration of energy.
Professor Odessa grins. She shifts her half-moon spectacles up her nose.
Elder Eason's research was incomplete.
Correct. I was able to use the research to orient myself to the general location of each temple. Once closer to the area, It was a mixture of cross-referencing notes with anecdotes from the fellow travelers, which helped me pinpoint each temple's exact location. For reference, the fire temple was located in the ancient city of Ember Mist.
The professors paused at the mention of Ember Mist, then continued to pore over the notes. Professor Odessa looks up at Amelia, her eyes sparkling, a whisper of a smile on her lips.
I have to admit, this is impressive work.
Your notes are meticulous and well documented, and the findings are worthwhile.
The others murmur in nodded agreement. Amelia says nothing. She seems to be holding her breath.
However, I believe I speak for the group when I say this is incomplete.
Amy blinks at the shock that is evident on her face, her brow knit in worry.
Which means I propose that you continue on your Academy-sanctioned field study while we review the current research you have collected.
Yes! I like you, Professor Odessa. The professors glance at each other, then agree in a chorus of nods and murmurings. Amelia breaks into a broad grin with her eyes widened with hope.
Really?
She's so excited she practically squeals the word out. Immediately she claps her hands over her mouth, her face turning beet red.
I agree.
Despite my better judgment, your research is most impressive. I too agree.
Then it's settled. You are officially on your field study assignment for your eligibility to join the rank of Magecaster upon successful completion.
Nice. Amy clears her throat.
Thank you. This is a great honor.
She inclines her head, and her bangs covering her eyes. Professor Odessa smiles and pats her on the shoulder.
Of course. Well done.
I can practically feel the embarrassment shimmering? Interesting word. Off Amelia in waves. She lifts her head and her face slightly red from her outburst. The other professors still seem a little ruffled, but it's clear they're impressed.
I think we'll be seeing great things from you, Miss Estelle.
Of course you will. She's freaking awesome. After being dismissed, Amy and I exit the council room. Congratulations! This is amazing news!
Yes.
And suddenly she squeaks and latches onto me in a tight hug. Whoa!
Thank you. It was with your assistance that I have finally acquired a field study.
Aww, it really is you. That was all you, but I'm glad I could help. Gently I returned her hug. Just as suddenly, Amy lets go and smooths her robes. When she looks back up at me, she's regained her calm and collected composure. The only hint of her previous excitement is the sparkle in her eyes. Ready to go back? She nods. As I follow Amelia out of the academy, I see Professor Odessa in my peripheral vision. She's talking to a man who looks to be around her age. He has a white stripe with his dark hair and wears knight's armor. Does he work for the Mages Guild? That's gonna be the Mr. Ice dude, the one I like inconveniently cut out of all the pictures. He looks familiar. I think I've seen him from somewhere. I wonder who that is. Amy doesn't seem to have noticed. I scoot a bit closer to get a better look at the guy. His eyes are mismatched. One is brown while the other is blue. Professor Odessa embraces him warmly.
Rixnay, my mage knight in shining armor is here.
Oh gosh. Wait, Rixnay? He's one of the heroes! Now I know why he decided to stay at Haven Guard. Professor Odessa giggles as Rixnay finally rolls his eyes.
You're always so dramatic.
How could I not be when a revered class master in the Mage Guild comes all this way to visit little old me?
But you were one of the heroes too, right?
That rank pales in comparison to being the most beautiful and intelligent professor in all of Havengard.
Ugh. Oh jeez, that's a little laid it on thick, huh? A faint blush dusts her cheeks and she smiles up at him. He matches her smile, then leans in and wraps his arms around her waist.
So, what's the lesson planned for today, Professor?
Let's go. Let's go.
Why don't you come in for office hours and we can discuss it further?
Oh gosh. Well, hey, happy couple. Go for it. But I'm gonna leave. Okay, I'm not eavesdropping in this conversation. Feeling a bit flustered, I quickly catch up with Amy. She looks back as if she hears me approach, but otherwise doesn't react. We make our way to the academy. Once we reach the streets of Ilumia, we part ways. Oh, I feel a lot better now. That was my biggest worry. Alright, let's go catch up with Liana. Wandering through the shops of Ilumia, I catch a glimpse of white armor turning the corner. Is that Liana? I mean, there's gotta be other mage knight, right? I hurry to catch up to her and tap her on the shoulder. She stops and turns around, a small smile at your face.
Oh, hey!
Hey! Are you taking care of some shopping while we're in Ilumia?
Not exactly. Since I'm back in the city, I figured I should stop at the Mage Guild and file my report.
Oh. Report. She nods.
I have to give an update on the energy spike anomalies. We know now that they were caused by the temporal rifts.
My stomach gives an unpleasant twist. So she's going to be reporting on the temporal rifts. Wait, you're not gonna mention me, are you? Leanna shakes her head.
Don't worry. You're a byproduct of the spike, not the cause of it.
Well, hopefully. Oh! The anxiety lessens my stomach. Well, that makes sense, but what will happen if the guild determines she solved the case? Does that mean you're going to be assigned to another case? Leanna blinks in surprise, then laughs.
Oh, no, not at all. I haven't discovered the cause of the rifts or the anomalies, so I haven't completed my mission yet.
Oh, thank goodness. Do you know how long you're going to take? Leanna grins.
Why? Are you gonna miss me?
Oh, freak. Yeah! Yes! I'll miss you like the stars miss the sun! Oh, ooh. It's good. That's laying it on thick, man. Nope. That's my line. That's gonna... No, like, come on. Like, my first reaction was gonna be super cheesy anyway. At least I might as well go for it. Of course! Never cycle at you. My head hurts. Leanna blinks and laughs.
I think you'll be alright for a few hours. Well, I better get going. The sooner I file this report, the sooner I can move on. I'll see you later today.
Yeah, I should have gone with a different response. Yeah. Watch her turn and disappear in one of the buildings with the gold lettering and the sign hanging above the door. Just as intricate as the surrounding ones. I guess I better go find something else to do. Oh, that was really sad. I should have picked the middle one. Well, she's at least in a better mood, so that's probably right. I need to forget. Every time I pick like the normal response, I get very boring things happening. I need to pick the exciting ones. That's what Zach and Kara are up to. Knowing Zach, there's one place he'll be for sure. And after what transpired between him and Kara and Bridgewick, I guess that Kara's with him. Following my hunch, I make a familiar trek to the inn. I do make a couple wrong turns, but all in all, I find the inn without much trouble. Just as expected, Zach's at the bounty board. Begin to approach when I spot a familiar, long, luxurious brown ponytail coming onto view. Kara joins Zach at the board and smiles up at him. He glances at her, then folds his arms. They stand like that for a few minutes, and Zach turns to face Kara.
Hey, Kara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
He hesitates. Kara arches her brow.
I'm gonna go get my dischargers checked out.
Oh,
Oh. She blinks in surprise and fixes him with a curious look.
okay.
Do you want to go with me?
Ooh. Her eyes widen.
You're asking me to go with you,
Yes.
like me and you,
Yes.
as in us,
Yes.
together.
Do you want to come or not?
No, I'm busy.
Aww. Zach chokes.
What?
Kara giggles.
I'm just kidding.
She's so mean. She latches onto Zach's arm and snuggles into his bicep.
I'd love to come with you.
Zach's face turns pink. He coughs.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Yay! Together, they begin walking out. Neither one of them notices me. No! No! We do not! Oh no. I don't have anything better to do. Am I creepy if I want to follow them? Can I come would be the meanest thing ever. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be a stupid third wheel. I am super proud of my bro. But I'm curious to see. I'm nothing better to do. I'm about to follow them, then I remember I'm not a creepy stalker, so I shake that out like, dang it! Aww. Watching their retreating forms exit the inn, I quietly follow them out. I guess they're a bit occupied. Maybe I should do something else and pass the time. As I had to spend the remaining time on my own, head to the marketplace. After browsing the stores, I feel strangely nostalgic. I recognize a few of the items being sold for my first time in Ilumina and have mixed feelings about that. Have I been here so long that things which previously made me wonder have now become normal? Either way, it's probably an indication I should meet up back with the others. I want to dive into this rabbit hole again. That was fun. I do feel like I picked the wrong choices twice now. As I headed towards the inn, I ran into Leanna in the street. She grins, her cheeks flush as she pauses to catch her breath and glanced at the mountain of groceries huddled in her arms.
Hey!
Okay, need a hand? My stomach gives a pleasant little swoop at Leanna's voice. Hey, ready to meet the others? She giggles.
Actually, since you've been such a good boy, I think you deserve a reward.
What do I know, a puppy? I don't think I'm ready for that. Just tell me what and where! Does it have to do with free food? Once again, I don't know what to choose! Does it have to do with free food? What do you have in mind? Leanna grins, her face slightly pink.
I wanted to make you dinner.
Oh, that's so sweet! Really? She nods. My stomach gives a little rumble and I realize I haven't eaten anything since breakfast.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding? That's awesome. Thank you. I can't wait. Leanna giggles. Where are we gonna go cook this up?
My place.
Oh yeah, she normally lives here, doesn't she? Your place. She smiles and nods.
Yeah, I live here in Ilumia.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes sense. She might have stayed at the inn last time to keep an eye on me. But even more importantly, Leanna's inviting me to go to her place. Ooh, fetch, man. Alone. False cookies at the thought. And not the grocery bags. Let me help you with some of these. Leanna smiles, grateful.
Thank you.
She shuffles a few bags into my arms. They're a little heavier than I expected, but nothing I can't handle. Nothing too erroneous could happen tonight, to be fair. I mean, we do have to meet up with the others. It's not like we're going to be staying there. I follow her through the city until we come to a small cluster of apartments. She leads me to a tall stone building, then shows me inside. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Her clothes are sprawled all over the living room floor. There's a few piles of laundry she hasn't put away, the baskets left unfolded on the couch. Several pairs of boots have been kicked carelessly off to the side. This is not the kind of room I was expecting.
Oh my gosh!
Anna drops the groceries on the ground and begins frantically collecting her clothes. Her hair falls in front of her face as she bends down, but not before I see bright red blush in her cheeks.
I'm so sorry!
It's okay. Can I help? Smirk smiles across my face. Who knew such a proper mage knight could be so messy?
It's not like that. I mean, it doesn't always look this way.
I know.
When I last left, I didn't realize it'd be such a long time before I returned.
Anna's face turns cherry red. I snicker. I'm sure it doesn't always look like this.
It doesn't!
I give her a pointed look. Anna finally sighs. She slumps with defeat.
It's usually worse.
Really? Dang, girl. Well, that's something we're gonna have to work on, isn't it? To be fair, my house is never in a great state. But not this. I knew it.
In my defense, I didn't expect to bring anyone back.
She leads me to the kitchen, probably eager to change the subject. We place the groceries onto the counter.
Any special requests?
Well, I mean, you're the one who got the ingredients, and I'm hoping you have something in mind. Oh, really? 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 I would think that's gonna be great. Whatever's your signature dish. That sounds awesome, actually. Like, what's her favorite dish to cook up? The Leanna Dawn's specialty dish. She grins.
Great! Stew it is!
Nice! Of course it is. Is that why we eat stew everywhere we go? Leanna giggles.
Yup. Okay, let's get started then.
Do it? Do you want any help? Leanna shakes her head.
No thank you. This is something I want to do for you.
Aww. My heart fumbles in my chest. A huge grin spreads over my face. You're sure? She nods. Well, I can't wait. She beams and starts unpacking groceries. I sit down on the counter and watch her get to work. Leanna and I talk and laugh as she prepares the meal. Steam curls her hair around her face as she hovers over the stew. The air simmers with the smell of stew, making my mouth water. My stomach gives an impatient rumble.
I think it's ready.
Leanna scoops the stew out of the pot and places the bowl down in front of me. She takes a seat across from me. Now, this is either going to be fantastic or it's going to be a nightmare. We dig in. The stew's still pretty hot, but I'm hungry, so I shove it right straight into my mouth. Almost burns my tongue. I yelp, taking a large gulp of water. Leanna laughs.
Be careful, it's still hot.
Yeah, found out the hard way. I take another spoonful, carefully blow on it before tasting it again, and it tastes okay. It's definitely edible, but it lacks any kind of flavor or seasoning. We've had Zach cooking our camp meals so long, I've forgotten what Leanna's cooking tasted like. She watches me hopefully.
So, how is it?
Oh yes, this dilemma. Ah, there's this crafty answer right there. You've got other talents. It'll be okay. You're good at other things. I love it because you made it for me. Her cheeks turn pink and she smiles broadly.
I'm so glad you like it.
It's true. I mean, later time is when we can encourage, I mean, hey, to be fair, also, she's also kind of lived a life that discourages cooking. She's kind of in a more action-paced, full-time job type of life. And while hopefully we can encourage more skill, just because it's nice to be good at stuff, it's like, obviously it's not terrible. It kind of honestly reminds me of when I first got married. Neither of us were that great at cooking. My wife's actually become amazing at cooking, which is really funny because, like, I actually do, like, throughout the day, I am doing the majority of the cooking, but, it's kind of more like Leanna. It's very kind of par of the course kind of cooking. But she loves like experimenting with stuff and trying new things. And she's like, for instance, she now makes curry from scratch. Like, not just like kind of scratch, full on scratch. It's like a scratch that you can get in the United States, where she actually took ingredients, baked them, turned them into the herbs and seasonings that you put into your curry paste. Like, that is your curry paste. Like, she made it in our oven and like reduce them from the original ingredients. Like, she's phenomenal, and it makes such a good curry. I'm like watering a little bit in my mouth because of it. Anyways, like, it's just really cool, and it's funny because like, especially with the internet, getting better at cooking is not as hard as you think it is. It just takes time, and it's something I need to do. I keep regretting that I'm not better at cooking. We talk about how her day went to the Mages Guild. Sounds like she was able to get everything she needed reported and submitted. I filled her in about what happened with Amelia at the academy. She both happily and relieved for her. When we finished dinner, I'm left with a full and satisfied stomach. I am so full.
I should have warned you to save room for...
Oh no! Suddenly, Leanna's face pinches.
Oh no! I forgot about the dessert!
Like I said, I'm super full, so it's no big deal. Dinner was more than satisfactory. She rushes to a stand.
Hang on, let me go out and grab some ingredients.
Leanna, it's fine. I honestly would rather spend time with you. Wait, it's real.
I promise it'll just be a few minutes!
Leanna runs out and slams the door behind her. I hope she doesn't stress herself out looking for something. I pause, looking around. Without Leanna, this place feels quiet. Really quiet. I sigh and draw my fingers against the table. I gotta actually hear that. Now what? The silence is killing me. No. Oh. But I just said, oh, I feel like we're gonna regret it, but I just said we have to take adventurism. I'm gonna regret this. We've gotta get up and do something. Stand up and begin to wander around our living room. Her apartment is kind of girly. There's a pink rug in the center of the room. A few stuffed animals are stuffed in the corners of her couch. There's no signs of being a mage knight here at all. It's an odd disconnect with Leanna's personality, since being a mage knight is such a big part of her identity. There are a lot of nobility stuff around here too. And there's a few family portraits hanging on the wall, and all of them, her family looks so serious, cold even. They look like they have a family that sticks their nose up at anyone they consider beneath them. Interestingly, I'm also like thinking about like Leanna's obviously got a very complex nature. Like she is a mage knight, and she identifies so strongly with that, but there's obviously a lot more to her. Like any person. Leanna looks younger, and she's wearing an intricate pink dress. Can't believe Leanna's wearing something like this. Very faint smile is on her lips, but otherwise her face is expressionless. There's also a portrait of what must be her brother. They look a lot alike, since they have the same nose and blonde hair. His eyes are green, though. He looks proud in his armor, a mighty sword at his hip and a scroll in his hand. He must be some kind of graduation ceremony for when he became a mage knight. That's weird. Why isn't there a picture of Leanna becoming a mage knight? I glance around some more. Other than a few family portraits, her walls are bare. There are no paintings or gifts displayed from friends. In fact, there aren't any random knickknacks laying around. If I didn't know any better, I would have guessed that no one lived here. It's about as personalized as a hotel room. Suddenly, the door flings open, making me flinch.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's fine. She's a little out of breath, but she held up a container of strawberries in one hand and a bottle of whipped cream in the other. Ah, that's nice and basic. What, did she fly for more than I bargained? But no! No! I shouldn't let my wine wander. Oh. Well, as long as it's just thoughts. My face turns bright red. Did Leanna really plan on doing more than just dinner? My heart pounds in my chest. Is this what I think it is? She grins knowingly.
I hope you're ready to have your mind blown.
Oh, fetch. I swallow hard. I don't think she knows. I didn't know you were so versed in blowing minds. She giggles and shakes up the whipped cream.
Ready?
Oh, fetch. I imagine Leanna spraying the whipped cream into my mouth and quickly shake my head. You can go first. She grins.
If you insist.
She licks her lips as she pours a generous heaping of whipped cream onto her plate. Then she dips her finger in for a taste and licks it clean. Oh, I gulp and try to control the beating of my heart as I watch. Next, she starts arranging the strawberries on the plate, circling the whipped cream, and eats one.
Oh, this is so good! I have a bit of a sweet tooth, and this is my favorite combo.
Okay. Oh! I'm not sure if I'm disappointed or relieved that she literally just likes strawberries and whipped cream. Be relieved, but it's still funny. She grins and holds me the plate. And has me plate.
Here, have some.
I do. Whipped cream melts across my tongue, and the strawberries are ripe and sweet. I can see now why she's so happy after trying these. Wow, these are pretty good. Leanna grins.
Told you!
We spend the rest of the night talking and laughing over dessert. It's only with her eyes start to get heavy that I realize how late it is. She must be getting tired. It's getting kind of late, huh?
It's not that late.
Aww. I do hear something. She quickly makes a yawn, masks a yawn, then looks sheepish. You were saying?
Sorry.
It's already pretty dark out. I should get going. As much as I don't want to leave her company, I rise to my feet. Leanna leads me to the front door. I step outside of the porch, and the soft glow of crystal casts a warm, sunny light over our heads.
Well, good night.
Good night. Good night. Leanna takes a step closer, and my heart jumps. I bend my head down to reach her, just as she lifts up on her tippy toes. Leanna wraps her arms around my neck and kisses me. Her fingers comb through my hair. A soft sigh fills me. Man, good writing. She tastes of strawberries and whipped cream. She smells like vanilla and too much sun. And suddenly, I feel myself spiraling and melting, cupping her cheeks to ground myself. I smile and kiss her again, slower and softer this time. We say our goodbyes, and I navigate my way back to the inn, feeling lighter, probably dizzy, staggering around. Aww. When I return to the inn, I'm surprised to see the rest of the team still downstairs. They greet me as I approach. What are you guys still doing up?
We all said we'd meet back here at the end, didn't we?
Kara keeps her tone light, but I can see the mischief dancing in her eyes. So you were waiting for me.
The hour is quite late. There was a possibility that harm could have befallen you.
Oh man, this is why our cell phones are nice.
There is also the possibility that something, or should I say someone, had you a bit distracted.
No comment. Kara meets my gaze, but I quickly look away. My cheeks feel hot. I don't know what you mean.
Speaking of whom, where's Leanna?
I look sharply at Zach. He remains as stoic as ever. Kara pretends to think.
You're right. I haven't seen her all evening either.
You shush you.
You wouldn't have happened to see her, would you?
I may have come across her. Now you mentioned it, I may have come across her at some point in the evening. Kara's eyes twinkle playfully. Not like that. I mean, I saw her.
Of course.
Door shut. Sorry. She's gonna stay at her own place, so you guys don't have to wait up.
And how would you know that Leanna has her own place here, young man?
She told me. My cheeks heat up. Kara smirks at my reaction.
Oh.
Shush. Betrayal at the face. She looks like she's about to say more, but I interrupt her. Anyway, now that you all know I'm safe, and I'm going to bed. Maybe you all should too. Abby nods.
It is quite late, and we must depart tomorrow.
As she heads upstairs, Kara and Zach stand. She turns to him.
Make sure he stays safe in his bed. We wouldn't want him to temporarily go missing again.
Oh, fine, Mama Kara. My face flushes as she winks at me. Ignoring her, I head upstairs, listening to her giggle behind me. You shush your mouth. Once secure in my room, I flop onto the bed.
Boy?
Ah, Pongo. The Pongo bounces happily beside me. You've been waiting for me? Boy. He bounces in information and snuggles against me as I crawl beneath the blankets. Zach gets into his bed too, and for once I'm grateful for his silence. I don't think I can handle any more teasing. Before long, I drift to sleep with my thoughts of Leanna and strawberries. I had a feeling it was going to be pleasant, and it certainly was. Let me forget that's super loud for you guys. You probably didn't hear that very well. Alright. But yeah, let's say we're rolling right into the next part, so I guess this is the perfect place to stop. I'm glad I'm interested because we've kind of tied up some loose ends, so I wonder, like, if we're going to have a lot more drama in the next arc of the story, because it's like we had the Cloaked Brotherhood. I kind of felt like that was like a mini climax, and now we kind of went to Ilumia, we tied up some loose ends, and now we're heading out once again, and we really don't have any like issues anymore. Like most, if not all, the conflicts have been kind of resolved, except for the fact that like we're now in a relationship and potentially going home again fairly soon could become a problem. We'll worry about that later. So I'm interested to see what kind of challenges we're going to be facing together from here on out, especially because eventually I have a feeling we're going to try and find the Shadow Temple. And that's going to have lots of interesting implications, I'm sure. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. I guess, did you have any thoughts about what happened? I mean, this game's just a joy. It's not really that complicated. There's not really a whole lot to discuss. It's just fun. So I don't know if there's really much I can ask as far as question-wise. I guess, once again, just please, if you can, take the time to take the survey down below. 30 seconds, not much time needed, and also you can kind of see some of the fun directions I'm hoping to take some of the channel art. So it'd just be fun it gives you a little bit of a preview, and it's fun to hear your thoughts. But regardless of that, thank you so much for being here, sticking to the ending. And it's so much fun to just kind of have you be a part of all this and be a part of the channel. Like, I hope that I can keep giving you reasons to come back, and I hope that, like, as we progress on, that there will be more adventures awaiting us and that we'll all get to share together. So thank you so much for being here today, and until the next video you're watching me, or whatever you see me in next, I'll see you there.